Most people spend hundreds of dollars every single month on supplements, vitamins, and over-the-counter wellness products, and most of them have no idea what is actually in those bottles. What if 5 simple plants, grown right in your own backyard, could do the same job naturally? In this video, you are going to learn exactly which 5 healing plants to grow, how to get them started in any size space, and the most effective ways people have been using them for centuries. No expensive equipment, no complicated setup, just soil, sunlight, and 5 plants that have stood the test of time. Let's start with lavender, and if you only grow one plant from this entire list, make it this one. Lavender has been used for centuries across cultures to support restful sleep, reduce the feeling of everyday stress, and promote a calm, settled state of mind. It is one of the most well-documented herbs in traditional wellness history, and it also happens to be one of the easiest plants you can grow in any backyard. Once established, lavender is drought-tolerant, low-maintenance, and will return year after year with almost no effort from you. To grow lavender successfully, you need well-draining soil and at least 6 hours of direct sunlight each day. Lavender does not like wet roots. If your soil holds water, simply amend it with a little coarse sand, or grow it in a raised bed or container instead. Plant it in spring, water regularly for the first few weeks until it establishes roots, then back off on watering once it is settled in. Within one growing season you will have more than enough to harvest and use. The most common traditional uses include drying the flower stems and placing them near your sleeping area, brewing a simple lavender tea with fresh or dried flowers, and making a basic infusion by steeping the blooms in warm water for 10 minutes. People have relied on this plant for generations, long before supplement bottles ever existed on a store shelf. Lavender grows across hardiness zones 5 through 10, which covers almost every backyard in the country. It is the kind of plant that rewards you every single season with almost nothing asked in return. Plant number 2 is Echinacea, also called purple coneflower, and it is one of the most widely respected herbs in traditional wellness history. Indigenous communities across North America used Echinacea for centuries to support the body's natural defenses, particularly during the cold and flu season, when people needed it most. Today it remains one of the most widely used wellness herbs in the world, and you can grow it at home with very little effort. It is a hardy perennial that thrives in full sun and handles both drought and ordinary garden soil without complaint. To grow Echinacea, start seeds indoors 8 to 10 weeks before your last frost, or purchase small starter plants from a local nursery. Plant them in full sun with well-draining soil, spacing them about 18 inches apart to give each plant room to expand. Echinacea is a slow starter in its first year, but comes back noticeably stronger in year 2 and will eventually self-seed, giving you new plants for free each season. By year 2, you will have a full, established clump that needs almost no maintenance to thrive. The root, leaves, and flower petals of Echinacea are all traditionally used. Many people brew a simple tea using the dried petals and leaves during seasonal transitions, or harvest the roots in the fall of the plant's 3rd or 4th year to make a basic preparation. The beautiful purple blooms also attract pollinators across your entire garden, making this plant a dual benefit for any organic growing space. It is one of the most resilient and rewarding herbs you can add to a backyard healing garden, and once it is established, it essentially takes care of itself. Before we get into plants 3, 4, and 5, take a second right now and hit the like button if you are finding this useful. It genuinely helps more people find this channel. Subscribe if you have not already, so you do not miss upcoming videos on building a complete backyard healing garden from scratch. There is a lot more content on this topic coming, and you will not want to fall behind. Chamomile is plant number 3, and it is one of the gentlest and most beloved herbs in the entire world. For centuries, people across Europe and the Middle East have used chamomile tea to support digestive comfort, ease the feeling of daily tension, and encourage a more restful night's sleep. It produces small white daisy-like flowers with a mild apple-like scent, and it is beautiful in any garden setting. If you have never grown herbs before, chamomile is one of the best entry points you can possibly choose. German chamomile, the most common variety for home gardens, grows as an annual and self-seeds prolifically if you allow a few flowers to go to seed at the end of the season, meaning once you plant it the first time, it tends to return on its own every spring. It prefers full sun to partial shade and grows well in average, slightly sandy soil without needing special amendments. Scatter the seeds directly on the soil surface in early spring since they need light to germinate, and thin the seedlings to about 9 inches apart once they are established. Within a few short weeks, you will have a garden bed full of those small white flowers ready to harvest. To use chamomile, harvest the flowers when they are fully open, dry them in a single layer in a warm shaded area for about a week, and store them in an airtight glass jar. Steep 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried flowers in hot water for 5 to 10 minutes for a simple, soothing tea that has comforted people for thousands of years. The flowers also have a long traditional history of topical use for skin support, and they attract beneficial insects to your garden all season long. Chamomile is one of those rare plants that gives back far more than it ever asks for. Plant number 4 is lemon balm, and it may be the most underappreciated herb on this entire list. Lemon balm is a member of the mint family and has been used for over 2,000 years to support mental calm, ease the feeling of everyday nervous tension, and promote more restful sleep in the evening. It smells like fresh lemon with a soft herbal sweetness, and it is remarkably simple to grow in almost any garden condition. Once you discover lemon balm, you will wonder why it took so long to find it. Lemon balm grows as a perennial in most climates and spreads vigorously, so it is best planted inside a container or a clearly defined garden bed with edging to keep it in bounds. It tolerates a wide range of soil types, grows well in partial shade, and becomes highly drought-resistant once established in the ground. Plant it in spring after the last frost date, and it will reward you with abundant, fragrant foliage throughout the entire growing season. It grows quickly and can often be harvested multiple times in a single season, without slowing the plant down at all. The leaves are the most commonly used part of the plant, and they are simple to work with. Fresh or dried lemon balm leaves make a bright, refreshing tea that people have used for centuries before bedtime or during periods of daily stress. Lemon balm also pairs beautifully with chamomile for a classic calming tea combination that home herbalists have passed down through generations. Thousands of people each month search specifically for lemon balm benefits and how to grow lemon balm at home, which tells you how much growing interest there is in this plant right now. The 5th plant is turmeric, and it may genuinely surprise you to learn that this familiar golden kitchen spice is also one of the most widely used traditional wellness plants on the planet. Turmeric has been central to Ayurvedic and traditional Asian medicine for over 4,000 years and has been used to support joint comfort, digestive wellness, and overall vitality in ways that modern research is still working to fully understand. It is not simply a cooking spice. It is one of the most meaningful plants you can grow in your own organic garden. And yes, it grows successfully in most backyards across the United States. Turmeric grows from rhizomes, the same chunky underground root sections you can find in the produce section of most grocery stores. Plant them about 2 inches deep in rich, well-composted soil after your last frost date, in a location that receives at least 6 hours of direct sunlight. Turmeric loves heat and consistent moisture, so it thrives during the warm summer months and performs well in large containers if your outdoor growing season is on the shorter side. The plants grow to about 3 feet tall and produce beautiful, broad, tropical-looking leaves that make a striking visual addition to any garden bed. Harvest the rhizomes in the fall when the plant's leaves begin to yellow, typically around 8 to 10 months after planting. Fresh turmeric root can be grated directly into warm water or food, and it can also be dried and ground into powder for longer-term storage in your kitchen. Gardeners across warm and temperate climates have grown turmeric successfully for generations, long before it became a mainstream wellness trend in supplement stores. Growing your own gives you a freshness and potency that no bottled supplement can ever match, and that is the whole point of building this kind of garden in the first place. Those are the 5 healing plants that generations of people relied on long before supplement stores existed: lavender, echinacea, chamomile, lemon balm, and turmeric. Each one is straightforward to grow, asks very little in return, and offers something genuinely meaningful to your everyday wellness routine, the natural, organic way. You do not need a large garden or any special equipment to get started, just a patch of soil, a little sunlight, and the willingness to try something that has worked for thousands of years. Once these plants are established, most of them come back season after season with almost no effort from you at all. If this video gave you even one plant you want to try, hit the like button right now. It takes 1 second and it helps more organic gardeners find this channel. Subscribe so you do not miss the next video, and drop a comment below telling me which of these 5 plants you are most excited to start growing. I see every comment, and I would genuinely love to know what you are planning for your garden.